the greatest nation since. You know what time it is. I'm going to get into it. Power is power. No, I'm not talking about no TheCzarr, The Weeknd, or a Travis Scott song. I'm telling you, power is power. Not how they speak it for the throne. Because you see, certain people need a throne in order to have power. You have to have stardom. You have to have someone around you doing something a certain way. You have to. Because if you don't and you lose your fans, you know it makes you nothing overnight. That's the ideology of maintaining power. Because everybody needs someone who supports their power. But let me give you a different understanding of power is power. And I don't know if it references the song. I listened to it for a little while. Partway through it, I had to cut it off because it's about the same old. Because the thing about it is, power is created from motivation, from your stance, using your energy to accomplish. But see, you're willing to do it without stepping over the backs of others to do it. When we think of power, we think of powerful, someone having a lot of power, someone being in control of power. You see how just the word power can go from a physical manifestation of a person to a direct correlating situation of another being able to impose certain restrictions or certain conditions upon others because they have the power to. You get me? So now I need you to think. Again, I'm gonna let them, they're playing tripping. That's cool and shit, but that's what they're doing. But power's power. And you gotta stop tripping. Think of how many people been tripping over me doing this subject, me speaking about this, me directly asserting myself into the situation to speak on it when none of them did. Yet they address no one else's actions. No one else. You wanna know why? Let me tell you something. This is how I know who's real and who's not. When you say things to me, but then you don't say anything else to anyone else, that tells me one thing. That's because birds of a feather flock together, and you understand their crap because you don't understand why someone wants justice. That's how I pick and choose. That's why I keep my circle small and a lot of what I'm doing. And the ones I ousted, they're out. That's why I do it. Now, behind the scenes, the reason I'm talking about power is power, behind the scenes, you don't even see it. I'll do a video. One of the same people who sent me direct info to put out that I never put out about Cleo wants to threaten me saying, I'm going to do a lawsuit. I hope for what? How? How does me speaking about any of these situations justify you being you? That makes no sense. It has nothing to do with you, right? I think wrong, but I'm going to leave that for another narrative. I'm not even going to go into detail with that part. I think wrong because I think you got more to do with it than you put on. And I'll leave that up to a conversation with Cleo, but I'm almost certain you got way more to do with it. And that's why you were doing what you were doing. That's why you were arguing with all the people in the thing. That's why you built some type of tension up with viewers. You wanted to cause a divide and a rift, and it didn't. And when you seen it didn't, it hurt more than a divide actually happening because you're like, why aren't they doing what I say? Why are they? Because I'm not like you. I don't have to prey on you, figure out where you're at, who you're with, and try and figure things out, try and use your full name. I don't have to do all that. You expose yourself. Power is power. If you're truly powerful, you would, the first time you said, I'm never coming around again, we would have never heard from you or saw you again. But for some reason, you got to keep coming around. Do you allegedly have some level of profit out of this situation? Power is power. So if you can exert it in any way to be directly around the case, to be around his mother, to be around this, to speak about this, to say that, you're too old for that. You're too old for it. And I'm supposed to believe this is allegedly your sister saying these things. It ain't you. Y'all speaking the same. So emotional, out of whack. I don't know neither of you lames. And you still want to speak to me like this. You still want to speak to me like this. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? In my Queen's Flip voice, are you dumb? You must be. You must be. You have to be to think that affects me in any way, shape, or form. Power is power. I power through everything. The same way they power through to interrupt the video. The same way people power through to try and make a statement. Well, they ain't never around, but they're around when I'm around. Ain't that funny? That's the usual. It's the usual. And I mean, my thing is, when it's usual, you just gain an affinity for power. That makes me more powerful. You see, the situations people impose, it makes you more powerful. Either you let it defeat you or it makes you powerful. That means in your mind and your goals, what you do doesn't make me powerful that I have to chase something, but it's justice. I don't use my power to impose upon others or to force myself into a situation or to make myself. I don't use my power to do those things. That's how I down my enemies. I don't use my power to do it. Because every bit of annoyance and thing, I could have had the worst day. You wouldn't know. Because the way I step up and I handle business, I'm not worried about it. My focus is on winning. My focus is not on who's trying to make you lose. I'm looking at everybody. You want to know what? I am remembering who tried to make me lose. Don't get that twisted. But when you win, none of that's going to matter. The get back is so much more powerful than any power someone tries to impose to make you lose. And a lot of people's lives speak of the fact they're not built for it. When they make mistake after mistake, blame it on others instead of taking some type of rightful stance to themselves, instead of just saying, sorry, 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 sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You sound like an idiot. You are sorry. Don't hit me back. Y'all don't have to hit me up, say nothing. Listen, these people are still saying the things they're saying. It hasn't changed nothing. It's not going to change nothing. Here's the golden rule. Say my name. Do it. Do it. Everybody can say, oh, that guy, TheCzarr, so Candyman could come out. Okay? That's all I'm saying. TheCzarr. Say it. It's not hard. Type it in CCARR. Bring out Candyman. What's wrong with you? I don't really want to say nothing, but I told you from the beginning. That is the rule I was given. That is the rule I will abide by. TheCzarr. If you're strong enough, say TheCzarr rights reserved. Say every letter in the affinity. Say it all. Please. Now I'm just saying, please say it. Because if you're not, I'm just going to be like, he's a coward. Say it. Don't allude to nothing. Don't step around nothing. Say my name. And from there, I will handle it. Say my name. That's all. That's all. That's all. I'm telling you. Say it for my guys so they know exactly who you mean. Say it. Just say it. TheCzarr, TheCzarr, TheCzarr. Say it like a chant. And you can say whatever you hate, whatever you... Do it. Do it. See? Because I know what type of energy and power they're chasing. But I want to let you know, everything you think makes you powerful, I eat it. And what you're going to do is make me so powerful. You're going to be hurt. It's going to hurt you. You don't realize that, though. Say it. Somehow people have been roundabout smart about not saying it. No, I'm telling you, say it. Say it. Just say it. Say it. And then I'll be like, oh. You will hear me power up across the nation just like Goku. Say TheCzarr, say it. Say so I know who you're talking about. Say it so I know what you hate. Say it because I know what you guys can't stand. Say it. Just say it. Say it so we could rise. The army's stronger than any army ever in the world. So say it. What's wrong? Say it. What's wrong? What's wrong? Say it. Just say it. We'll respect it more. Just say it. Don't go on no live. Don't go. Make a full video that sits up online and say my name. Don't sneak it out in a little text. Say it full on. Tag me. Tag me with what you say. And we will go from there. That's all. If there's truly a problem with it, you should have no problem doing that. Understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of you don't get that intellectual speak. If you really have a problem with it, you should have no problem with what I'm saying. And you should run out like, TheCzarr. Power's power. But I think a lot of people truly don't understand power. It's not simply off of money. Has a little bit to do with who you know. But it has a lot to do with who you are. All rights reserved.